Hey guys, welcome to a special video where today we're going to be looking at my PlayStation games and my Xbox games. So let's flip this around and we'll see what we can see, shall we? So we'll start off over here with the Xbox games. They've got the South Park characters on the top there, just in case you're wondering what they were. So we're going to go through these games. So we've got something blank there, and we've got Army of Two, classic. Army of Two, Day 40, classic. Alien Colonial Marines, classic. Alien vs Predator, classic. Assassin's Creed, ooh, that's a classic. And we've got Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Brother Revelations, is that? Yes. That's a classic. And we have Assassin's Creed Rogue, it's also a classic. Batman, classic. Battlefield Bad Company 2, classic. Battlefield 3, classic. I'll stop getting them all out because that's going to get annoying after a bit. And we've got Bioshock and Elder Scrolls Oblivion, classic. Bioshock 2, classic. Bioshock Infinite, another classic. Borderlands 1, 2 and the Handsome Jack collection, these are very classic. And we have Brutal Legends, classic. Call of Duty, 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 classic. Crysis 3, classic. Crackdown 2, classic. Dark Souls 2, this game haunts me, but it's still a classic. Dead Island, Dead Rising, they've stuck together. Classics. Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3, I do have Dead Space 1, but it's on download, also classic. Destiny, I have the first Destiny game, yes, the original vanilla edition. Classic. Duke Nukem Forever, very classic game. Fable 2, very classic, love that game. Far Cry 2, this has a really good level editor on it, so that's a classic. Far Cry 3 with this lovely man on, whoever he is, classic. And then we have Gears of War Judgment, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War 3 metal version, and I do have Gears of War 4 on a download, but again I can't show you that because it's a download, classic. And we have GTA 4, classic. GTA 5, classic. Halo Wars, classic. Halo Wars. Why do I have two Halo Wars? Halo Reach, Halo 1, Halo 3, Halo 3, Halo 3. Why have I got three Halo 3s? Halo 4, got two of those. Don't know why. All classic. Just Cause 2. Whatever that is. Homefront. That's, well, it's a classic. Harry Potter Lego games. Classic. Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda. That came with my Xbox, so I didn't buy Kung Fu Panda. Indiana Jones 2. Yes, classic. And we have Disney Pirates of the Caribbean. Classic. Star Wars. Classic. Left 4 Dead 2, classic. Right, let's go back to the spines because this is taking too long. We've got, what's that one? Lost Planet 2, that's a really good game. That's definitely a classic. Metal Gear, yes, very good. Metal Gear 2, 3 and Peace Walker, very classic. Portal 2, classic. I also have Portal 1, Red Faction, yes. Rage. Red Dead Redemption Ultimate Nightmare, that's a DLC with zombie cowboys, classic. And that's the original, classic. I still need to get Red Dead Redemption 2. We have Mortal Kombat, it had to be done. Right, that's that one, that's a classic. And we have Marvel vs Capcom 3, that's a really good classic game. And one of my favourite games, Red Alert 3, very classic. And we have Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, very classic games. Saints Row 2, very classic. Saints Row 3, Saints Row 4, very classic. Sega, the Ultimate Collection, even though most of the games aren't on it. And we have 2 Sniper Elites, because again, I've got a habit of buying more than one game. And then we have Stormrise, that's like a RTS style game, that's a classic. And then we're nearly done. Transformers, classic. Orange box with Portal, orange box, and Mr. Morgan Freeman here. No, it's not. Not Morgan Freeman? I forgot his name. Martin Freeman. No, that's the actor. Whatever it is, leave it in the comments. And Team Fortress 2. And then we have Viva Pinata. Again, you might be wondering why I have this. The reason is, it's a classic. Right, and we have Wolfenstein. Classic. Wanted. This is a very good game. I need to do a video on this because I love it. So, guess what? It's a classic. We have Burnout Paradise 2. Classic. We have Skyrim, classic. Star Wars, The Force Unleashed. Star Wars, The Force Unleashed 2, classic, classic. Street Fighter, classic. Street Fighter, classic. Tekken, classic. Most Wanted, road driving game. Yes, classic. And Forza 2, classic. That's a bundle copy because that came with an Xbox again. And here we have some Mega Drive games. These are very classic. So we have a Simpsons game, Streets of Rage 2, Mega Games 2 with Shinobi, Streets of Rage and Golden Axe, classic. Michael Jackson, Moonwalker, classic. A WrestleMania with a very angry Hulk Hogan on the front, classic. And Jungle Strike, classic. And the Sword of Vilmon. This is basically Skyrim, but in 8 bits. Okay, so that is the Xbox collection, and now we're moving on to the PlayStation games. So what we're going to do this a different way. We're going to start at the bottom. So we've got Red Alert, Command & Conquer, classic. Soviet Strike, classic. Digimon Rumble Arena, classic. Dragon Ball, classic. Dragon Ball, classic. Gundam Wing, Battle Assault. These are all fighting games, by the way. Classic. Soul Blade, classic. Mortal Kombat, again, classic. Street Fighter, again. Tekken, again. Classic, classic, classic. Warzone, that's another wrestling game, classic. Duke Nukem Time to Kill, Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, classic, classic, classic. Gran Turismo 2, Pandemonium, Spider, Toka, Formula 1, what's that one? Castrol Honda Racing Superbikes, classic, 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 classic. Okay, and we've got V-Rally, classic. Olympic Games, classic. Judge Dredd, classic. What's that one? 007 Racing, yes, classic. Driver 2, classic. One Side, whatever that is, classic. Don't know what it is, but it's a classic. FIFA, classic. Don't know why I've got a FIFA game, I'm not into football, but classic. Alien Trilogy, classic. Very classic game, good game that. Ridge Racer Revolution, very classic game, yes. There's a, like a, what's it game on there? What is it? It's like a Space Invaders game at the start. Gran Turismo, yes, the classic. Ridge Racer Type 4, classic. No Fear Mountain Bike Downhill Racing, whatever that is, classic. V-Rolt, again, don't know what that is, but it's a classic. And then 2 Tony Hawk games, which are classic, which you will know is Alex Clark's real dad. Music, 2000, classic. That's a music program. Oddworld, classic. Art of Darkness, classic. That's a really good game, that one. Buster Move 4, classic. Buster Move 2, even more classic. Time Crisis, the original. Can't play these now because I don't have a telly that I can use a light gun on. Boo! G-Police, classic. They were classics anyway. Crash Bandicoot, classic. Resident Evil Survivor, classic. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, classic. Resident Evil 2, classic. Resident Evil 1, classic. Die Hard Trilogy 2, Las Vegas, classic. Die Hard Trilogy 2, classic. Siphon Filter, classic. Metal Gear Solid, yes, classic, very classic game. We love a bit of Metal Gear Solid. Hello, Snakey Wakey. Alright, and we've got the Micro Machines version 3, Air Combat, Destruction Derby, and then we move on to the Xbox games? No, they're not. They're PlayStation games. PlayStation 2 games. We've got Metal Gear 2, classic. Metal Gear 2 Subsidence, classic. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, classic. Tom Clancy, Splinter Cell, classic. Max Payne, classic. Max Payne 3, classic. 2, that's a 2. I can't read, it's a 2. That one. Anyway, so that was there. Max Payne 2, that one. Right, classic. Getaway, classic. Getaway Black Monday, classic. GTA 3, GTA San Andreas, GTA Liberty City Stories, classics. Time Crisis 2, classic. Time Crisis 3, classic. Time Splitters 1, 2 and 3, aka Future Perfect, very classic games. Right, next one. We have Grand Theft Auto Vice City, another classic. I don't know why that's not actually with those. That should be there, shouldn't it? And then Cam's Game Edit, otherwise known as Bully. This game, very classic. Again, I will have to do a playthrough of that because I did like that game. Get back in there. Right, we've got Quake Revolution 3, classic. Enter the Matrix, classic. Dragon Ball, classics. Hyper Street Fighter 2, classic. You can see I like my fighting games. Tekken, classics. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I like a lot of Mortal Kombat. Tenchu, this is a very classic game. Love that game. Another one I might have to do a playthrough of. Tenchu Shadows, that's the DLC. Technically, yes. Back in those days, the DLCs came on a disc. Resident Evil Outbreak, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Code Veronica, Resident Evil Survivor 2, Resident Evil Dead Aim, and guess what? They're all classics! Devil May Cry, that's another classic. Terminator, this is awful, but still a classic. Dodgeball, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yes, we've got buzzers for this. In fact, they're here. They're my buzzers, because we used to play that a lot. And in fact, down here is Inter-Television games. These are from a very old computer. And we've got the Kinect iToy things. This was that thing. This was Sony's attempt at making fitness games. Buzz, as I was just explaining, that's what those buzzers are for. It's a quiz show, and you get to press the buzzers. Very good. This one is Gran Turismo again. And then we've got Need for Speed Underground 2. That's that one. Underground 1, Underground 2, classics. And then we've got Hot Pursuit 2, classic. Most Wanted, classic. Wipeout Fusion, classic. Colin McRae Rally Fusion. No, it's not Fusion, that's just a classic. Burnout 3 Takeout. Micro Machines. And then Tony Hawk's 3 and 4. Sonic Mega Collection and Gran Turismo. So, that's my game collection. So, hope you all enjoyed that. Talk to you all soon, my friends. TK out. Peace.